In the 20th century of the mundane calendar, the world's greatest wizards took the most radical steps to save their dying way of life from irrelevance. They stopped warring with each other and created the Forbidden Academy, an impossible building at the center of an impossible city, lighting the way to a new era of magic and wonder. This is a story from the earliest days of the Academy, when old blood feuds fueled a new war for the very soul of magic itself, and the three unlikely heroes who brought progress to the magical world. This is the story of the Constellation Revolution.
Welcome to Perpetual Players. We are a game development actual play podcast where we are building a brand new game for the Perpetual Motion role-playing engine. I am your GM, Christian, and I am joined by my wonderful cast featuring...
Hello, I am Kat, she, her, and I will be playing Lionel, he, him, who is an uncompromising prefect legacy with an attunement and restoration.
Hi, I'm Lyra, she, they, and I play Crash Thunder, he, him, a grafted rowdy playmaker who is a rough and tumble enchanter working as a scaled one.
Hi, I'm Grant Madison Stanton. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Promise Bluff, she, her, an NFDG performance artist who is imaginative and whimsical, working for the Physicians.
And today we have a guest coming on.
Thank you for having me, guys. My name is Jim Grant, he, him, and I'm playing Coco Smooth, who has an attunement and obfuscation, and he is a cipher. I think I got everything right.
Yes, you got everything perfectly done.
Yes.
Okay, but we will not be meeting Coco Smooth right away. We left off in a rather precarious position for our three unlikely heroes. They found themselves in the dungeons of Castle Caradoc with their previous charge, their previous responsibility. Prince Zale had been possessed by the soul of some kind of immortal ancient wizard. And at the top of the stairs of the dungeon, they see Zale Caradoc surrounded by his trademark purple mist, wearing his two cursed bracelets. And now, rather than the ethereal beard he had once before, he now has a long gray beard affixed to his face. It's almost like a mask or like an addition. It doesn't look natural on Zale, who, if you don't remember, Zale was a Julie Min, a sort of mer person type thing, kind of almost resembling like an axolotl human hybrid, and now he has the ghost of Caradoc, the immortal wizard, sitting just over top of his form in a purple ethereal form. He comes down the stairs to you three who were all previously chained there, having a wonderful time reminiscing about how much you hate each other. You cannot run. In a voice with thousands of years behind it, not matching the kind, soft voice of Prince Zale. You cannot run from me. You thought you escaped, but no. It is inevitable. You are a part of this castle now, and so you must serve me. You laugh, and Crash, immediately your...
Don't listen to that.
Crash's throat, you feel like spider cracks forming inside of in and around your throat, and you cough out what seems to be sort of like 1,000-year-old dust. I need you to reduce your health by 3.
Whoa.
Not a condition, not anything, just your very being has been assaulted.
Whoa.
Sir, Caradoc, do you feel like maybe this extended punishment might be better served as some type of cleaning service or maid
do not
service?
want to punish you. Punishment implies you have the will to do wrong. I demand service.
Like physical labor, or...
You will return to your school and retrieve the last two components of myself that you so wrongly stole from me.
Which are...
My crown and my necklace taken.
Wait, we took them?
Yeah. Oh. Crown and necklace, wow, you're really, like, gonna be decked out.
You immediately feel the same sort of cracks that Crash felt forming along your throat. You cough up the same gray dust. Reduce your health by 1.
You know, I agree. I don't think I should have said anything either.
No.
Does Caradoc have new pieces on?
Just the
since
beard.
we
The
last
beard
saw?
is the most recent development.
Okay.
2 bracelets, the beard.
2 bracelets in the beard.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how girly pop is he?
Negative 1,000. He,
Not in the way that, like, Hagrid is like a 10 on the girly pop scale.
no, he's giving that guy from the evil Bulgarian wizard school. The one.
The headmaster?
Yeah, now. Go. Retrieve it for me. And just know, at any time, I am more than happy to pull you back here, should you fail.
Is there a spell that makes me talk to your head? Like, talk inside your head without him hearing?
I don't think so.
You do not have thoughts that escape the view of Caradoc. You exist as
Oh my God,
much.
so you'd be seeing my innermost thoughts.
Cough, 4 more health gone.
Whoa.
For an additional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slay. So that's all you want? You want your crown and your
Yes.
bracelets, and we're good?
Or your necklace.
Necklace.
You serve
Got the bracelets.
Caradoc for eternity.
Oh.
You are a part of this castle. As I can tear it apart and reshape it, I can tear you apart and reshape you.
I have a feeling he's being serious.
Yeah.
By the way, you keep coughing up dust.
Go, retrieve it. And again, anywhere you go, anywhere you stand, you are a part of Castle Caradoc.
Okay.
Okay.
And we leave,
Okay.
and I'm out.
Are we still
And
chained?
So-
I silently bow a little bit as I walk by.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'll copy him.
The chains unravel and they just like slink into the wall and like kind of not melt so much as like diffuse into the wall. As you walk past Caradoc, you see the castle from before has been changed. Where it was ruined previously, it is mostly repaired. The broken parts have come together. The braziers that he once lit as just sort of like through purple ethereal flame are now actually lit. The castle has kind of come back to life in a big way. And as you walk out, it's doing like Beauty and the Beast stuff. Like there are brooms sweeping autonomously. There are feather dusters, everything. The castle is building itself back up.
The pieces that were originally thrown out of the building by Promise, are they still missing?
Yes. As far as you can tell, those pieces are also missing. You walk towards the door, and the door still has the sort of vacuum effect of the ruin gates, those gates in the Forbidden Academy that link you to old world places, these hyper magical areas of the world that are sealed. You can go through the ruin gate at your choice.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to be in here anymore.
I don't want to be here. I'm jumping through that door.
And as you leap through the door, you crash headfirst. You crash headfirst into... Well, Jim, why don't you describe who they crash into?
Oh, jeez.
So the man you see before you is tall. I'd say probably about like 6 foot. He's got a long trench coat and then like a nice vest underneath with a handsome sort of tie that tucks into the vest. You don't see his face at first as it is covered in a bolo hat, which he is looking from underneath the brim of, and he's got these sort of pale green eyes, but as you look up, there's a faint like glow that sort of like light catches it. He's got this, black curly hair that's handsome and clean, but it's kind of comes out like a mop and tangles a bit like kind of around the hat. And your faces are probably like looking down at his like nice shoes. He's got nice black dress shoes. And as you sort of bump into him, he sort of takes himself aback and goes, "Whoa, well, hello there. How may I help you?"
Hey man, watch where you're going.
Well, I mean, you guys have made me spill my gosh, I've spilled my ketchup. I I had a hot dog in his hand, and he hit himself with the hot dog. His jacket now covered in mustard. Oh boy. Well, what am I gonna do with this? Oh man. Do any of you guys have like a Tide stick or anything?
Tide sticks were not invented in the 1960s.
No, but I have a marker. And you see Promise just like after kind of rubbing her head in pain. You mentioned a Tide stick.
Does not exist.
and
It's 1969.
You mentioned some obligatory imaginative bleach-filled
spell.
stick.
Right.
And I shoved this like really ornate wall wand marker looking thing, and she pops off the cap, and she's like, I have this, and I will try to like draw on his shirt.
Welcome to Disney Channel.
yes, very welcome to Disney Channel. I'll start like scribbling on the shirt, and I'll try to cast some restoration magic.
Thank you so much. And as she gets closer and does that, I'm gonna try to pickpocket her.
Okay, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Great, loving it. Good times. I will. So I need a dex roll from Mr. Trenchcoat, Mr. Coco.
Can I throw a perception?
Sure.
Situation in there?
And then from Promise, I need a restoration check.
Okay.
Add plus 20 because restoration is shining today. That does mean that, yes, persuasion magic is going to be reflected, so it gets plus 10, but destruction magic is going to be shadowed.
Plus 10
Cool. So
is minus
15.
Shadowed is
How much is shadowed?
Minus 15.
Minus 15? So plus 20 and plus 10, but minus 15.
Plus 10 to persuasion, plus 20 to restoration, and minus 15 to destruction magic.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, that's rude.
So, really quick, just so I remember how to cast a spell. For something like minor like this, do you want a whole source roll, form roll,
I just
and targeting
need
roll?
a form roll because you are physically touching him,
Okay.
so you have no target roll.
Against my restoration discipline.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my perception in there.
Crash is just combing his hair because it got messed up in the kerfuffle.
Okay, so
No, you're getting pickpocketed, sweetie.
Game respects game.
I got a 38.
is that
My dex is 30.
Dang.
That's a moth of 8.
The Moth of 8. So what I will say happened is it comes off less like you are trying to pickpocket and more like you are weird thing that like weird dudes do where it's like, let me help you pass me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and then it's like they touch both your shoulders
Yeah.
and then move you.
God.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is also in character for this person.
Yeah. So it just kind of comes off like just a
Really quickly, this man is not in school attire.
No, he is
Yeah.
not in school attire. He is not giving student in any way whatsoever.
He's looking a little too old to be a student as well.
Okay.
How badly did you fail on your...
Wait, you had a plus with your plus 20? Restoration is a plus 20.
Oh, it's a plus 20. I succeed. Moss of 2. Moss of 2. Moss of 2. Yes, thank you.
All
Jesus,
right.
I forgot about that.
So yes, you do. So with the plus 20, you do actually fix it almost entirely, and it is perfectly clean. But at the same time, you just have this weird instance of somebody just going, yes, you have shoulders. What good shoulders?
Oh boy.
Well, you're all better now.
Thank you so much. Are you guys okay? You look parched. You look your throat's kind of like you're looking very pale, and I just noticed like when you got really close, there was sort of dust seeping from your mouth.
It's allergies.
It just does that.
Allergies.
You know.
Yeah. No, I
It's
get
just
that.
old parts.
Yeah.
Sure.
Springtime.
Old parts.
All the cats.
I need an upgrade.
I'm sorry, who are you?
What kind of upgrade can I interest you in? Do you need some sort of oils to get your joints moving better, or what can I help you with?
Oh, I just needed a new neck.
A new neck. Well, let me see what I can do. And he pulls out like a satchel and just starts like rifling through his bag.
Well, Lionel's gonna sit cross-legged on the floor and start watching this.
So he pulls out just like a piece of metal, and he's like, "Wow, this is top of the line neck stuff. This is the best neck stuff that I've ever seen."
I don't believe this guy.
So he's trying to sell you on this neck. Should I roll or should I role play this?
On this neck piece?
I'm gonna say role play it. I'm gonna leave it up to unless you want to cast a spell to give your neck piece a function.
I would like to cast a spell on it to make it kind of look like it does neck activities.
All right, so I need either an illusion or enchanting roll, depending on what you want it to do, or obfuscation roll.
can roll against this.
I'm gonna obfuscate it to like. Basically, basically do the equivalent of like when you take a pen and you go like this. It
For our audio listeners, what does that look like?
It's, the classic second grader thing of when you take a number 2 pencil and you move it up and down, pinch between your index and your thumb, and then it looks like it's curving like a banana.
Yes. Okay, great.
Okay, so I rolling for obfuscate, and I rolled a 4.
Okay, that's great.
Nice.
Killing it.
Okay.
Good numbers.
Well,
So what is that
I guess
moss,
I'll
real
roll for
quick?
So that's a moth of
Perception.
26.
No, a moss.
Oh, a moss? 26.
Moss is measure of success. Moth is measure of failure.
Gotcha. So 4 versus 30 would be 26, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
What is this? Perception?
Yeah.
Oh.
25, but it's not gonna be a 4.
No.
No. That's only
So-
a moss
moss of
of
5.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no.
a moss of 15. Oh no, that's only for magic.
Yeah, that's only for magic.
Whatever. Yeah, it's a moss
Yeah.
of 5, but that doesn't win.
So,
Rude.
as a sort of side effect to this, because what was your moss again? One more time, Jim.
26.
26. So because he imbues so much magical power to this spell, it has a sort of unintended side effect. It smells like raspberries. Like it's like raspberry scented.
I'm kind of not mad at that.
And I kind of do this thing of like I take the piece of metal and I pass it underneath my nose like it's a mustache, and I go, and it smells like raspberries.
Rhino claps.
very
Rhino claps on the floor.
You have a funky vibe.
Our currency is pounds, right? We're in.
No, we are not in Wizard London. The Atlantean money is teardrops, is what they call them.
Teardrops.
And they are little glass discs that
Okay.
you shake them and they tell you their denomination in like a little smoky, like a crystal ball
Oh,
situation.
fun. Yeah. So
I
that'll
don't
be
think
15.
I have any money, right?
Money. So the way we've been kind of
I have no monies.
holding this off, the basics of money in this goes is money is partially a persuasion check.
Got it.
Okay.
So if you just
Interesting.
if
Can I
you-
use that when I just did?
So yeah, you can roll your con to see if you have the money. Otherwise, you need to go get more money. You need to go.
Does this get the plus 10?
No.
50. That's a fail.
So you've got no money, unfortunately.
You know, man, as intriguing as that looks, I don't got any teardrops on me, but if you need me to, do a favor for you sometime, maybe I'll think.
Do you have any
Think about
interesting
it.
items to maybe any jewelry or anything interesting like that to trade maybe for this?
Man.
Crash has
Would
a
you trade
Corvette.
your old neck piece?
My old neck piece.
Yeah. Why don't you give up your neck?
Lionel, I don't think you really know how this thing works, do you? I don't think I've ever seen you in the shop.
I'm just thinking you'd be particularly quiet for a little while.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
You'd like that. Sorry, was it?
Oh, I have yet to introduce myself. Sorry. My name
Yeah.
is Coco Smooth. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Coco, I'll think about it though. I'll let you know if I need any spruce ups other than this, or if I
Well,
happen to
I'll
shake
definitely
down a
I'll definitely
first
take
year.
an IOU for a favor of some kind.
I mean, if you need a favor of the physical sort, I got you. Not
He perks up at that and like
in like a weird way.
no.
In like
he
a
kind of
normal,
points to like his
crunchy way.
sinewy arms and he's like, I don't have much in the way of physical persuasion. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, that's what I'm good for.
So he brands the pipe essentially that he's giving you, the useless piece of metal, and hands it over to you.
Can I do my face, my effect that I have as a prefect for my face?
Yes, you can.
So
What's
I can make a knowledge roll that if I pass, I would instinctively know if this person has committed a crime or other illegal action.
Oh shit. Oh no. That is my kryptonite.
So I just want to make that roll real quick.
Go nuts.
Meanwhile, Crash immediately started tinkering with this piece of metal that smells like raspberries.
Okay, so I succeeded a lot.
Okay.
I succeeded by 34, I think, is my moss.
This dude has done so many crimes.
So many crimes.
You look at this guy, he is a criminal.
Oh, Lionel is kicking his feet and squealing. That Crash just bought his stuff. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this
If there's any specificity to this
No, there is no...
it's not evidence, it's only a sense.
It is just
okay.
a spidey sense that deep down you have committed crimes before. That could be movie piracy, that could be murder, that could be jaywalking, but you have definitely committed many crimes.
Just the way he peeks his eyebrow, it's like, that fucker.
Yeah.
That one. I watched him just bend metal. That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen in our magical world.
How dare he?
Well, I am a trader by trade, and I like to exchange items in exchange for, ideally for currency, but it seems these pockets are quite empty. So I think I'll be moving along.
I mean, I've got a business, and we're always looking for goons. So if you're ever looking for a good quality day job, you let me know. And he hands him a card that just says Crash Thunder, and then it just says, you know where to find me.
Or you know what?
He's like turned around, and as you say, or he like looks over his shoulder, like, oh.
Or you could do something else. Me and Lionel are actually related. We're siblings, and we actually come from a lot of money, a lot of teardrops where we come from. Our parents left us in good hands, and promise will be winking towards you. We might actually need a little bit of company, all hands on deck type of thing for finding some lost and found items.
We got a job for you.
Yeah. How are you with forgery?
Well, I have very good penmanship, if that's what you're asking. I don't know anything about forgery.
We kind of need something that looks like a necklace or a crown.
Yeah.
Sure. I have
Something
a creative
abstract
side to me where it's sort of like an arts and crafts moment. What is it that you're trying to create?
A necklace and a crown.
For this guy.
Yeah,
He
just
sucks.
you know, it's
full of
for
God.
like school pride. It's for Pride Week coming up.
It sucks.
Yeah. The theme of the week is
Necklace and crown.
necklace and crown.
Necklace and crown. Okay. Well, give me a little draw up of what you want it to look like. Is there any magical qualities to these items?
A
There
vague,
doesn't need to be.
well, maybe a vague purple
Hue.
Purple hue? Just off the
hue.
top of, if we're just spitballing here.
Spitballing here,
Maybe
writer's
you
room.
gave like purple smoke.
Purple smoke. Maybe something that's like along. What do you think, Crash? Maybe other details we could maybe provide this fine gentleman.
Something that maybe a coin guy would guard, you know.
Well, we'll see how good the forgery is, and then we'll find out if it worked.
I
Nick,
think it's worth a
If
shot.
we need to Indiana Jones, I'm taking one thing off a pedestal, I'm putting something else up, and we take him back from the professor guy. I'm thinking maybe we could Indiana Jones this when we go steal it, because I think Professor, whatever his face is, has them, right?
Well, I have
Roku,
the crown.
Professor Roku.
Basic.
Oh, do I have the
No,
necklace?
basic general knowledge. When you were pulled out of the ruined
Because
gate,
we time jumped.
your stuff probably would have ended up in the school reliquary, which is like a museum that the kids can go to and like analyze stuff. Now, where in the reliquary it is, that is a good question.
So we still need to Indiana Jones.
So you're still going to need Indiana Jones it, but you need to work out where it is in the reliquary and stuff like that.
So if I might ask, what is the purpose of... I hope you're not planning to do anything duplicitous with my quality craftsmanships.
That's for us to know and for you to not know.
Okay.
It's a job. It's
It's not that big of a deal.
no, it's a need to know thing. So far, you don't need to
Making
know.
this sound a lot worse,
It's
Crash.
not bad. It's just kind of how it is. I mean, he's a businessman. He knows what business is like.
I guess
We
it would fuel
can take
my
you
work
right
if
to
I
the
knew...
piece
Is
that
this,
you would be theoretically mimicking.
Right. So I'm...
And then you can decide if that's too much of a job for you.
if you give me what you need to recreate, that gives me a lot to work with.
Well, we can enter the reliquary, right?
Yeah,
We just
so
have to find
so
it.
the reliquary
it's just a museum.
is like a museum. There is the part that everybody can go in, and then there's like the back rooms.
So, Coco,
Yes.
come with us, and we'll lead him towards the reliquary to go find the pieces.
Is this as we kind of file through, we think bringing this suspicious man to
I think
a
he's
museum
an honest guy. I think he's
is a good idea.
Best case scenario, he steals the pieces himself.
You know what?
Let's not forget that we have
Coco, roll perception.
Me?
Yeah, you.
We don't have to get him back.
49.
Lionel has to
Can't
get
hear
him
him.
back.
Okay.
I didn't make any promises.
At this point, the school lost Sam.
Yeah, that's true. That wasn't our fault.
Then
Toilet
I'm
paper
on the same page
decided
with you.
to just yoink us.
Pulling Razu toilet paper.
As we continue, I'll
We get
it's
in.
So you end up in the reliquary. The reliquary, entrance to the reliquary is on one of the lower levels. It's one of the more public-facing spaces of the academy, and it is a room that vaguely resembles the British Museum in that there is just a bunch of very weird stuff just scattered around on podiums. There are students taking notes. There are students kind of walking around and talking. Because of all the magical energies floating around, the main section of the reliquary is mostly inert objects.
What does inert mean?
Magic that doesn't react
Inactive.
to anything. Stuff that has to be worn, or stuff that has to be activated in some way before it sets off. You can explore around if you want.
I'm gonna
Better than that.
Cast find.
Yeah, sure. So give me a target roll using cognition or whatever. Is it cognition?
55. Doesn't matter.
Doubles on over, so fail turns to success. You know it is not on this floor. It is up 3 levels in the secure rooms, where it is both things that are too dangerous to use and also things that are too dangerous, or things that have not yet been determined to be dangerous.
Does find, because remember when I used find for Zale when he became wizard? Do I have a visual of how these items are being kept contained? You know what I mean? Like I saw that Zale was in a bedroom with a window, and do I get a clear visual of what they're maybe being held in?
Not really. You can't tell where it is. You can tell it's surrounded by other objects also in these weird brass cages, is what I'll say.
Okay.
Is this open knowledge that you're trying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we have to get upstairs. When we go up the stairs, can I trip Lionel?
Sure, but before we get there,
Okay. I just wanted to make that known.
Lionel, you get stopped by a guy in how do I describe him? Imagine all the energy of Matthew McConaughey, but none of the height. Just a 5 nothing dude standing there, his hair back in a bandana. Lionel, you're early. This is Iskander, the head,
Shit.
the captain of the Time Bandits.
That sucks.
Lionel, you're early.
Early.
Yeah, we weren't
What?
we weren't planning on pulling this off for another, I'd say, 2 hours. You got patrols you got to run.
Right. I forgot about my patrols. Which floor were we trying to get to again? I couldn't remember.
We're trying to, Lionel, you all right? I think we're trying to get to floor 3. You were gonna try to get us an entry into the reliquary.
You're right. I had a crazy morning so far.
It's my fault, really. There was hot dog and mustard and ketchup involved, and it was a whole ordeal. We were actually just looking back here on an inquiry of mine. Actually, there is a goblet that was once mine and is now back in that reliquary. So we were all just gonna
Give
figure
me
that one out.
a connection roll with a +10. Also, just a healthy reminder, don't forget to keep track of your counters, kids.
So I got a 79.
Is it a
Which
lucky
is
number?
quite bad. Nope.
Can you kick it with something?
I think I might try. Would debate or disguise work for this?
Either one, yeah.
I'm gonna use disguise, and I have a tier 4.
Okay.
Maybe I'll use a tier 2 for this. That would be a
Okay.
D10.
D8.
D8. Okay, wonderful.
This aligns also with what Promise would do, is this lying bit. So yeah, this goblet is so
Promise,
important to him.
Promise, roll connection, and then whatever you roll will either pull down his moth or add to his moss.
So I'm basically helping Jen again, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
I
cool,
didn't know if
cool.
that was clear.
And Christian, you said a plus 10 to whatever I get?
Yes. Well, plus 10 to your target roll, to the number you have to
So
roll
it's
under.
easier for you to roll
Yeah.
under.
Okay, so for the record, for the stakes of this roll, with the new number I rolled, I got a 47, which is 7 below what I need.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Promise, make a con roll to kind of enhance what he's got.
Really high con.
I didn't do it.
You didn't?
Oh my god.
I did not succeed.
Okay.
That's tough. That's tough.
Iskander, he leans back in like a cool guy way, but against a glass case containing a wand that is like constantly growing and then losing barnacles.
Oh.
In a way that is like, weird. Right.
And I forget that my wand is not a staff, and I try to lean on it, and I catch myself, and I almost fall. Trying to look cool like he is.
So
Lionel,
Lionel should know something about getting into this if it was his responsibility.
you do not remember a damn thing.
I'll remember that out. Go ahead, whatever he was about to say.
good.
Lionel, we have always had a mutually beneficial relationship through this whole thing, and I trust you, but if you're gonna screw up an operation for us in favor of this dude, then that's your right. But just know we made a whole plan to get this necklace and this crown out of there in 2 hours. And so I'm washing my hands of whatever shenanigans you have, because this op's running whether you like it or not. But just know, if you screw us, we will remember that, and we need to have a real reevaluation of our partnership.
So
we're
Iskander,
getting-
you know, and it's all coming back to me now. I really have had the most insane day. And everybody here that I'm currently with is also here to support the obtaining of these items.
Crash is flexing.
We are coming to check out the entryway and what we need to get past.
All right.
He only has enough for 2 all rights because he's 5 foot.
Exactly. he just goes, again, we've been partners, so I don't want to mess nothing up. And he pushes off of the box.
Oh, like without his hands.
Yeah. For the record, he is wearing the Time Bandits modified version of the uniform, which is to say it's a little bit piratical. It's got epaulets on the sides. He's got like a stripe down his pants. It's a very nautical look to the whole thing, but he is still wearing his cowboy boot. Now, I'm going to leave you to it. And he walks off.
Before he goes, I would like to do a perception check to see if I can clock where on his body he would have kept something valuable in relation to this.
Okay.
Hopefully, if I roll well on that, that will help me for what I'm going to do next, which is obviously to try to take it.
Okay.
So perception?
Yep. You can throw in palming if you want.
That was a 7.
It was a 7.
For a moss of 19.
Despite being a thief himself, he's so confident, he keeps everything in his back pocket. So remember, Jim, to add counters to your roll.
Oh, right. So I had one earlier with the bendy,
Yes.
the bendy metal, which would give me how many counters
As many as your attribute bonus?
Yes.
for the related
For
thing? Okay,
the
so it's-
attribute you rolled on.
Yes.
So I have 5 now. Okay.
Yes. I think you might have had a failure or two that we should have deducted. For the sake of time and memory, we'll ignore that for now.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to try a dex roll to try and lift something out of his back pocket.
Yes. And then add your 5 counters.
So that's a 48. I was going for a 35 because of my counters. And you know what? I'm going to do tier 3 palming. This feels
Ooh, a
important.
D6.
34? That's possible, right? I'll replace the 8 with the 3, so I get 34.
Yeah.
That's 1 under what I needed.
Nice.
Moss of 1.
A moss of 1.
Massa 1. In your sort of attempt to pickpocket him, you were probably going to grab either his orb or one of his magical rings. You unfortunately do not hit either of them, but you do manage to take about a value of 100 teardrops that you just have.
Hell
So you
yeah.
got like $100 on your hands.
Honestly, that's better.
More important than that, though, is in that time, you notice that he's puts on one of his rings and speaks into it and says, I think we got to rush the plan, boys. Move everything up. You don't need to tell the party that, but
Okay,
you are
okay.
aware of that.
Okay. Yes, I will. As once he's gone, is he gone?
Yeah, he walks out, swaggers out, I think would be the word. Again, he's the coolest dude at 5 feet tall.
I put my arms and lean up against the wall that he was on, trying to look cool like he was. It's not really working, so I just kind of put my head to my side.
It shifts a little bit underneath you. The glass kind of moves.
So, catch me up to speed here exactly. What was all that?
The Time Bandits apparently at some point asked me to get them in. They are my society.
bit of a turncoat then situation.
Not the best.
No, I work with them when it works for both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, the fact that they have a planned heist and we were just so suspicious with them, they're probably going to rush the job. The question is how soon, which means we have to get in there right now.
Wait, so why do your time bandits want the crown and necklace? You snitching on what we're doing, or like?
No,
You've
why
been
not telling
infected
people our
with the
business?
I don't
Sanders
think my
accent.
brother would do that.
Why? I know. I don't worry about my accent. It's gonna change.
I don't think Lionel is playing a double-sided game. I think he's playing a fair game.
Lionel's a shady guy.
The question
That's all I gotta
is
say.
what we do about it. And I have multiple ideas. But I think that it's better that we spend a little bit of time talking it through. Because this is important. Do you have any idea as to like what their plan would be?
No, apparently I was the guy to get them in there, which means they just knew how to take it.
So do
Okay.
you know how to get in there?
No.
How many people are in the Time Bandits above board?
They're like medium small, so trying to think of what I would consider a medium small fraternity.
More than 5?
Yeah, I mean, how many are going to be on the op, I don't know, but probably like in the teens to low 20s.
Okay, if you, Lionel, can station me somewhere where you think that they would all gather, I can take care of them. I can distract them and
I
maybe
think
buy
they're-
you a little bit of time.
Promise, they know we're siblings. I don't think.
And trust me, I will be able to handle this.
I'm always good for a distraction.
And-
Need me to push something over, need me to push someone over.
Leave all of the distracting to me. Why don't you provide the protection?
What I'm hearing right now is that Promise wants to go to the Time Bandits hangout, and you want to go distract them, because that's really the only place you're going to find them right now.
Well, they have to come back here at some point, right?
Well, that's true, but this is the library.
And there's options.
That's true. So you guys want to hang out down here, and you want to send me and the stranger.
Oh no, I was
Up
just
into
gonna
the top
shove
Well, I mean,
somebody
you're a
away.
great read of character, I promise. We'll just, like, slap you on the back and be like, you got this, bro. You are... I mean, look at this guy, Coco, and Promise will point at Coco and kind of offer good faith.
Well, but hold your horses. Before I get sort of myself entangled in all of this, I feel like I must ask, like, what is the importance of these objects? Because you guys have been kind of flirting
Who's
around
this
it.
guy, and he's rude, and I'd really like to shove it, where the sun don't shine.
He needs them because his school spirit is so strong. We didn't find it necessary to press you with questions, so maybe you extend the same type of courtesy.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out what you owe this person. Why is it so important?
It's just he just wants them real bad.
Got it.
He's kind of threatened us to get them.
Which I don't appreciate.
So, okay, there it comes.
There it is.
I don't.
So you guys are under duress, essentially. You're in a tight spot.
Yeah.
Got it. And I can confirm he did speak into his little ringy doodad, and he said that he was going to move up the heist.
Yeah, okay.
I think time is of the essence here, for sure. I guess I'm just wondering what's in it for me in all this.
Well, I'll whip out my sociology skills. Like I said, there are plenty of really, really important artifacts that this guy would have. I'm sure he wouldn't mind once we give him these things that we would take them. And you see an evil glimmer in Promise's eye. And I would be more than willing to help you.
Above board, Coco, an expert at cons and deception. Do I have to roll for... No, okay.
For what?
To see if Promise is being straight up with me.
I didn't perceive Promise's sort of plan as a lie.
Okay.
I perceived it as a partial
Great, I'm so good.
as a partial truth. So
That wizard has coins, and that I know.
See, the thing is, I don't know if I want to go to his... You said it's a wizard?
Did I?
No.
You did just now. You said the wizard is quite powerful, and you'd go to
I
his place
mean,
and he has a lot of
we're-
things. It seems
Wizard
to me,
these days.
We're all kind of
The
wizards.
word it's thrown around.
We're all kind of wizards.
You know.
I don't want to
So-
meet this fellow, if I'll be completely
Fair.
honest. If
That's
it
fair.
seems like if he has entrapped you guys in some kind of agreement, I don't want to be involved with that. I will help you to your means, to your ends.
Okay.
I'm thinking perchance there might be something in this what's this called, the reliquary.
Yep.
There might be something in there for me, and
You know,
as long as
whatever-
you guys don't
Whatever
have,
you want to take, you can kind of just have it.
all I ask is your discretion You know, anyone asks what happened in there, you don't know.
And then we're off scot-free.
Nobody's saying nothing.
If it is mutually beneficial for all of us, we just walk away.
Is it a deal? And she'll stick out her hand.
It's a deal. And I shake on it.
I spit in my hand and then I put it out.
He just licks his hand all the way up and just,
Oh,
Sick.
yeah, I'm not gonna shake hands after that. But
he
it
just
sounds
tips his
great.
hat to you.
Okay, yeah.
Coco, did you want to be part of the distraction team, or do you want to leave that to me? You seem deceptive, and to be frank, you just seem like a flat-out liar, and I like you.
He peeks an eyebrow, looks over his shoulder, is like, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm full of shit. That's just my whole thing. I think my skill set is probably closer to the infiltration and grabbing and stealing kind of thing. So I've got some things to help potentially get us in there.
Okay, we walk up to the door.
I walk up to the 3rd floor while I trip Lionel.
I'll just be right kind of outside of the door,
Okay.
and we can discuss later what I do.
You all go up to the 2nd floor and you see the door to the
I
3rd
trip
floor.
Lionel.
And outside is a prefect who is standing guard over the deeper parts of the reliquary, the sort of forbidden section, or the holding area. He's standing in front of like a cage door.
I kind of look to the group. Do you want me to take this one?
Let me
We
try
need him like
first.
dead, like out of the picture, like
I mean, we
deceased?
could.
Go.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, just like knocked out or just distracted or...
I'm gonna take all 3 of them behind bookcases, then out of this guy's view.
I like the way
Okay.
this guy thinks.
I'm supposed to be making the rounds. Let me talk to him first,
Gotcha.
and then we'll see. Maybe he's like, oh, I've been waiting to leave.
What type of,
Great.
what class garb is he in? Which society
prefect.
garb?
He's just wearing prefect, the school uniform. He probably belongs to some society, but for right now he's trying to be a good prefect.
Good boy.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to him. I should know him. What's his name?
Yeah, his name's Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Terrible name.
And I'm gonna put myself like within earshot. I'm inspecting books.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at other artifacts on the 2nd floor, because that's where we were at. Just kind of taking notes.
I'm combing my hair.
He's standing at attention. Prefect Lionel, good to see you.
Hi, Kelsey. How are you? How's your station going? Boring as usual.
You know, it's a good job if they gave me a seat. What can I do for you?
I was just mostly checking in. You know, I'm making the rounds right now. Just trying to see if everybody's doing well.
I thought they gave you... nah, I probably misread the board. 1 second, he needs to roll for this. Doubles over. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. Didn't they have your posting up towards the top? Up around the classrooms and stuff?
I wound up switching with somebody else because they weren't gonna have a seat, and I don't mind wandering.
You think... I have to look up your chief's name.
Do I have to roll for this? What do you want?
Actually, if you could, you could roll. You could roll because he did pass. I don't know. Head Prefect Sanderson let you do that?
What am I rolling?
Con.
I'll kick it with bureaucracy if I get it.
That's good.
That's
90.
A 60. Oh, it is a 90.
It's a
That's
90.
worse.
It's okay. That's okay.
That's fine.
That's a zero. That's a zero.
Damn.
Okay.
So,
Take your
Total
counters.
success.
Oh, I will take my
Yeah,
counters.
take your counters.
so let us in.
So, how about you just go and act like you were never here?
So what do you say about Chief Sanderson?
Well, yeah, but she kind of owed me a favor, and I'm feeling a little jittery today, so I wanted to wander around. And if it helped somebody else get what they wanted to do done, I didn't mind.
You saying I got a favor? You saying I could ask a favor of the great Prefect Lionel?
I mean, I was willing to do the other favor, but what do you have to ask?
I'm looking to meet somebody. I think French people call it rendezvous. So
Oh.
I was hoping to cut out of here early. If you're off the books,
Yeah. How much longer are you here for? So I know when I should.
I was supposed to be here for 2 hours.
Yeah, I could hang out for 2 hours.
Okay, here. And he like immediately picks off his keys and throws them at you and runs off.
Are we alone on the 2nd floor?
Yeah, seeing him
For the
run
most
down the
part.
stairs, I'm just gonna. I'm walking up. I'm trying to be not suspicious, but I am.
Yeah.
I would take the key to the door off the key ring and toss it a little bit, and then bend over to like tie my shoes.
Okay.
I threw the key.
Oh, sorry. Crash was looking around.
Oh, I'll take. If you're just leaving the keys down, I would like them if you don't mind, unless you want them.
Oh, I'm diving for the keys.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah.
Contest.
Okay.
Do you wanna
I plan
contest
on
it?
memorizing what these look like and making them later.
Promise wouldn't die for them, so you can grab the keys, but I'll ask you.
I want those keys. Do I gotta make a mental, I don't know, some kind of check to possibly make a mold or like sketch out what this key looks like so that I can later forge a new key in my shop?
You can't.
I mean, you could just make an enchantment roll to craft a spell. I think if you wanted to do it at home, it would be like a knowledge roll then. For right now, if you just wanted to make a copy of the key, you could just do that.
I kind of want to make a copy of the key.
All right, give me
now.
an enchantment roll.
Keys. What is that?
41.
Well, then I'm gonna I could use lock picking, I could use mechanics.
Lockpicking's probably good.
Yeah, I'll use my tier 1 for now. 17?
No, that would be a 71.
Why?
Because you had a 41.
Yeah, you're right.
Am I only doing the tens place?
Yeah.
Well, you could replace either a 47 or a 71.
Oh, slay. Then I'm using my tier 2! Okay. Now I have a 37, which is a massive 0, but I don't lose.
You do make a duplicate of the key.
Slay, I'm putting it in my pocket.
Can I have the keys that you are done with?
No?
Crash, please.
No, I'm doing something.
You need the keys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lock the door really quick.
Alright. Well, you're just gonna...
Just go inside.
I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah,
Go
Coco
right
comes
now.
forward.
Go,
Are we
go now.
all going
Go.
together?
Yeah.
I'll stay out? Yeah.
Okay.
I can set an alarm on the door. That way, if someone comes through, we'll know.
I could also ward it. That's a great idea.
Could ward it.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
alarm the walkway to the second floor.
and then I could ward the door just to...
I can
prevent-
alarm both, yeah.
Okay, do that.
So I'm going to go back down, put an alarm on the stairway, and then I'm going to go to the door, put an alarm on the other side of it, so once they've gone through, we'll know. Well, actually, if I've put an alarm on the stairs, anyone could trip it.
Yes.
So I'll put an alarm on, like, the area before the door and one after the door. That way we know if they get through. Because what I'm also thinking of doing, I'm going to do Perfect Illusion to cover the actual keyhole and to create a new one. And because it's a perfect illusion, it hits all senses. So they're going to put it in and they're going to think that the door is jammed.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so can I ask a question about your alarm spell?
Yeah.
Does your alarm spell trigger if I pass into the door?
It must be placed and maintained with energy that alerts you to danger. So I would assume if you possess any danger to me, you'll trip it. But if not, no.
Jim, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to roll a source roll,
Okay.
which is your endurance.
Okay.
Roll a quick source roll, and that will decide how long your alarm stays powered.
Okay. Moss of 5. I got a 21.
Okay, so with a Moss of 5, you have enough power for about 20 minutes.
Okay, and I get 2 counters for that, right?
Yes.
Including the counters, that would actually be a Moss of 10, but I don't know if that makes a difference.
That does make a big difference. That moves you up to 40 minutes. You have 40 minutes of time on your alarm.
Yeah, we have about 40 minutes, and I've put the illusion on the door at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I've done the illusion. I've explained to them what that'll do, and I'm ready to go down into wherever we're gonna go.
Okay, once they've passed, I will ward. Alright, so I'll roll. So the source is discipline?
So you just need to roll endurance to source it to see how long it lasts, and then its health threshold is based on your damage die.
Okay, so I'll have to roll that after. I rolled a 49 against a 31, so I have a moth of 18.
18. That will last for an hour and change, probably.
Okay.
But you are going to take 1 point of energy damage. So you all go off to the main part of the reliquary, and inside you see a bunch of small confined rooms, like little containment rooms. There are people working in those rooms, and they're in priest robes because they're like working with kind of weird demonic artifacts. Other people are wearing Hellraiser type gear, as they've got like chains and piercings and stuff like that they're working with.
Slay.
The find spell has gotten you as far as it can. I need investigative combat for all of you to find it without issue.
Would this be a time to potentially use counters?
It would indeed be
Yes.
a time to use counters.
Okay.
So what you're going to do, Jim, is you're going to roll your perception, and anytime you fail by more than your mental health, you have to either spend a counter or cash out.
Okay.
And if you cash out, you add up all the counters you've earned, and you roll your damage die plus your, what should say, mental dam. That is the value you get for the investigative combat. So, and then you want any successful roll gets you 1 counter.
Any successful roll gets you 1 counter. Okay. And if I fail, I either lose a counter
If
or...
you fail by a moth larger than your mental health.
Okay. And if I fail by less than, I just go again?
Yep, you just keep rolling. You just roll. Your you're playing the slots right now.
And then what's the target goal? Like,
You don't.
I want to get a certain.
No. Everybody's going to share their damage values that they get.
I want to get as many counters as possible and be like, okay, I have 13 counters. I'm
Because
cashing
you're
them
all
back.
going to add them together and whatever that value is.
Okay.
Hey, Christian.
Yes.
Can I kick it with cursing?
Sure.
It's a cursed object.
Yes.
Yes.
Slay.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
My first roll was an 11, of course, under. So, do I get extra for that?
No.
Wait, no, because it's doubles under, so he should
Oh,
get 2.
he should get 2 because it's doubles under. That's my bad.
Yes.
Doubles under. Amazing. Okay, cool. I'm crushing this. I have 10 counters right now.
Nice. I have
1.
5.
I just got 2, so I have 3.
You got 2.
Christian, I rolled a 4 on my damage dice for my ward.
Great. So your ward has 4 health.
I
Yeah.
think you're good.
I have 11 for investigative combat. That was my total.
I have 13 physical counters.
I think you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
okay.
you're totally fine at 13.
Okay, I'll cash in.
I cashed out at 4.
Okay. And then I'll roll a d4 and add that to my total, right?
Yep. It should be plus a bonus as well.
Plus 2.
So 15
Ooh.
plus your d4.
So I got a 4, so that'd be 6 plus 13, 19.
19. Okay.
19. I have 11, which is 30.
39 total.
Okay. So 39 total. You are very successful.
Yay!
You walk past rooms and rooms of various artifacts. Particular mention goes to a screaming suit of armor with like sort of amorphous faces, a large steamer trunk with little feet underneath it that are just kind of like running around in a room. And as you pass different objects, you come to a room that just says unknown storage. And it is a very large, heavy-looking metal door. Crash, you are able to identify that this is probably the room you saw based on the fact that the door is made entirely of brass.
Slay.
Okay, is it locked?
It does not have a handle.
Does not have a
Can I just push it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna push the door.
Might check.
I rolled doubles under, so must have 1. Or over.
Over. Okay. You push on the door and you feel it with your great strength. You do feel it start to move. It is open and you can slip inside, but only one person can go through at a time.
Okay, I'm going in.
Okay.
I will send Coco in after Crash, and then I'll follow in.
I oblige.
So as you enter, you see yourself in a room wall to wall with objects in little brass cages everywhere you go. At the end of the room is a window that says escape that leads out to one of the false parks. The Academy has several false green spaces that are kind of magically maintained, kind of like Dr.
It just says
Razu's.
escape.
It's just
Like a fire escape.
Yeah, it's basically like if one of these explodes, you cannot make it to the door, jump out the window.
Oh, great.
I'm keeping an eye out for stuff that I might find personally interesting.
Okay, I think with that being 9 over, you're able to find quite a few interesting artifacts, strange powders, weird candles, so many rings. So many rings.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna take out like a special satchel for, I'll call it pilfering, and just grab a fistful of rings and just dump them in there. A couple of those candles.
You grab, I'm gonna say, actually, roll your physical damage die.
Physical damage. Oh, like a 1d4. 1!
You suffer choice paralysis, and you pick up one particular ring, plunk that in. It's a sort of wooden one. Do you take it out of the brass cage?
No, I will inspect it later.
Okay.
I know better.
Do you want to take perhaps a powder or another miscellaneous object?
definitely.
Give me another damage die roll.
4.
You take 4 different powders.
Just little baggies for each.
Yeah, just they're in vials. They're in little vials inside of their glass cages. One is sparkly, one is neon green. 2 of them are red and blue respectively, but each time you look at them, they switch. So you've got your left hand has the red one, your right hand has the blue one, and then you look up, you look back down, the blue one's in your left hand.
Okay.
Do you want to go for more?
Is there anything that like my eye would be able to discern would be like especially helpful for like my trade?
Give me either a cognition or a perception roll.
9. So that'd be a moss of 15?
Yes. Don't forget to give yourself counters because you spent them all in the cash out.
Cool.
Yeah, you see a mask, a little, like, one of those half-face masks.
Like bottom half or side?
No, like, there is a name for it. Samurai wear them. Mempo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little samurai mask that just kind of comes over your mouth and has a sort of, looks kind of like a demon mouth.
Okay.
Something in the back of your mind says, I need that one.
Okay. I won't inspect it now, but I'll just throw it in the bag, resume business. I'm here. I'm a professional,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
Christian, would there by chance be anything that was ever taken from me during any of my lockups done by Lionel that I could take back? Anything that was confiscated?
Give me
From my
a
body.
cog roll.
Okay. 66.
Oh.
66.
Doubles over.
Doubles over. So, yes, you do manage to find a little guy.
Yay!
It's a little robot, and he waves to you and go, boss, it's me.
Oh my god. I'm
You made him.
yanking him.
He's a little maintenance robot. He does maintenance on small pieces of technology.
I love him. I'm gonna go, Bobo! And just grab that cage.
Yeah, you pick it up.
I love Bobo. Bobo's back.
We'll discuss Bobo as a pet in the future.
Nice.
I told you, this game is about stupid rewards.
I love Bobo.
Lionel, you, again, using that 39, are able to find it. It's fairly close to the window, the two items.
Okay.
They are emanating in that purple mist that you recognize so well.
Don't put it on.
This would be the first time that I'm seeing something like that. Can I roll, like, perception to see what that mist is all about?
Yes. Perception or knowledge, whichever one's better.
While you're taking a look at that, Lionel will gesture to you and say, "These are the pieces that we're trying to replicate. And if we could make something, and it's great that Crash is here, even though he's not particularly helpful, because he does do enhancement magic, enchanting.
Oh,
So
I'm
he should
real
be
good
able
at
to
it.
help you
Yeah.
make the most accurate version of this.
And he's
so we
pulled
need
out,
a
like,
copy of this
specs.
for the Time Bandits.
Okay, gotcha. My moss was 7.
Okay. So you are able to intuit that this particular small thing is actually a part of a network. Imagine if you were looking at a subway map and you just cut out a like 2 by 2 inch square of the subway map, and the way that like it crosses over and intersects. This is that. This is part of a much larger series of tubes. Each one of them is their own little section, and you could tell basically that inside of those series of tubes there seems to be some energy bouncing back and forth in them. That's as much as you can tell.
So I'm looking at these pieces, I'm like, oh shit. Who was that wizard that you were helping out?
He's just a guy.
It's like
Just a-
Karen or something.
His name's kind of weird. It's
Karen.
like Caradoc,
How powerful is this guy exactly?
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
And we're hoping to hoodwink him.
No, we're
No.
trying to get replicated pieces to the Time Bandits.
Yeah, we're not
Oh.
bamboozling that guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. I can do that.
No, that guy would know for sure.
Yeah, I would say your odds of recreating this, Coco, are low. Or like your odds of recreating the structure that he has. You could easily make something that looks like this.
Right.
But not recreating the structure.
For his eyes, right?
Yeah.
He would know. So the fellows that we're hoping to deceive, do they know what this is supposed to look like? And do they know that there's like the purple stuff coming from it? Because I'll do my best, but I don't know about the purple stuff.
Yeah, they probably vaguely have an idea of what it looks like. They probably don't know exactly. The purple stuff is probably more necessary than it looking exactly right.
Okay. So prioritize purple over... Okay.
In this case, I need a series of 5 obfuscation rolls, and
Okay.
you want the majority of them to be successes. Crash, you can help him with enchanting.
Yeah, I have a tier 2 cursing left that I could probably kick it with too.
Oh, yes, you could.
Since this is a curse, I'm assuming we're trying to replicate.
Honestly, give you both the opportunity to work on this. You both roll, and you both need to hit at least a majority of successes between the two of you.
Okay.
And we're rolling 5 times?
You're gonna roll 5 times.
So,
Call out
Christian,
each
is this a good time to bust out my little helper?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so I sort of set up my little contraptions and tools and whatnot, and you see me, my wand that I've had and used, and I sort of do I do it with pen. I'm making notes about like what I'm seeing. I'm kind of sitting there, I'm debating, I'm thinking, and you see there's kind of like a ball on the top of the wand. I unscrew the top, and I start just kind of like tapping the end of it, and a little white powder just comes out onto my notes, and I just sort of arrange it into lines, and using the wand to sniff the white powder, getting myself amped and revved up.
So
Purple haze.
Per your enhancement, you are going to treat obfuscation as though it was shining now. So you now get a plus 20. Or not enhancement, obfuscation, if I didn't say that.
Yeah, obfuscation.
Obfuscation is now treated as shining.
Holy
These
shit,
are
okay.
spell rolls that you are doing. These are form rolls.
Form rolls, okay, which I roll 5 of these, right? Each success, should I add counters for mosses?
Yes.
Okay. And then I should do the same for moths, as if it were an investigation combat?
No, not if it were investigation combat. If you fail by more than 5, you lose as many counters as your bonus would be.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 24,
Okay.
which is a moss of 13.
So 1 success, collect your counters.
I rolled a 7, which is a moth of 43, I think.
Okay.
40 something.
Okay, good.
Do I take 5 counters there or 3?
3, that's your bonus.
Okay.
Okay, well, I rolled a 54, which failed.
Okay.
31. Okay, that's another success.
I rolled a 6.
Lyra's at 2 successes,
So
Jim's
2
at...
success, 1 fail.
Okay, and then Jim's at 2 success.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna fail. So that's 2 successes, 1 fail. Take away 2 counters, or 3 counters.
Lucky number.
Nice.
Suck my nuts.
41, that'll be a success.
Okay.
Last one. That is a 52. That will be a success.
I got
Beautiful.
an 88. That is also a success.
So all wonderful successes. So the two of you are in the lab working together, making perfect facsimiles of these things.
Nice.
We're gonna cut away to Promise, who is waiting down below. So Promise, you are chilling at the bottom of the stairs, waiting, and you hear footsteps coming up. First, you see Iskander come up the stairs, and behind him is a very pissed off, absolutely livid Lionel
Huh?
walking behind him.
Okay, so do you want to end there or do you want to hear my master plan?
I think we'll end here for now. Thank you all for listening. We will be back very shortly. See you all next time.
Yay!
Constellation Revolution podcast is written by Christian Curatola and distributed by Perpetual Motion Games LLC. It is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, Share-alike 4.0 International License. If you like what we do, follow us on your podcast app of choice and don't forget to rate 5 stars. If you really like what we do, then you can head over to the patreon.com/perpetualplayers and subscribe. See you next time in the Forbidden Academy.